Hey everyone, this is Dean with DCA Crypto. I've got your weekly crypto YouTuber update, and this week we're going to cover some different videos for you guys that I think are critical for you guys to watch for different YouTubers out there and cover what they are seeing in the markets right now, so you get a variety of opinions on the crypto cycle and what's going on with it. And don't just take my opinion for it, guys. So I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel, smash that like button, and let's jump into it. Alright, so when I go over I think about 5 different videos in this video on different YouTubers out there that I typically watch and try to get information from to see what's going on in the market in general, because you want to get your sources from a variety of sources on your crypto news and what's going on with it, different opinions on the market and the cycle, and what people think is possibly going on with the current cycle that we're in right now, which is the bull cycle. So I want to go over what these YouTubers are thinking and where we're at in the markets, whether they think that we're just going to keep going up from here, whether we're going to get a super cycle, or whether we're going to have a big correction and things are going to end early for us. So I want to jump into that here. The first video I got here is by Alex Becker. Now, Alex Becker he's a different character. If you guys have ever watched his videos, you know, he's more of a comedian than he is serious, but he has a lot of knowledge on the crypto space, and he's very well connected in crypto, especially in the gaming portion of crypto. And you can get a lot of good information out of him because he is in touch with a lot of these projects directly through Neo Tokyo, and they basically converse with him over what they're going to do for launching of these different projects for as far as the gaming projects. And he's made, you know, hundreds of millions of dollars in crypto and has a lot of connections in the space. So I do like to watch his videos, even though they're actually funny videos, but not everybody enjoys his sense of humor. But if you want to take a look at his video, I'm going to play a quick clip of it here, and you guys can take a look at this. I'll leave the links to these videos in the description below if you want to check them out. But I want to get his opinion on what he thinks is going to happen here in this cycle.
But if you've been here since November, you've made a lot of money. That being said, this is just the start. If this is anything like last bull run, the party hasn't started yet. And if you're just getting in now, or you're starting to add positions right now, you may still very well be extremely dank and dirty early. And I'm going to show you how we're going to play this in this video. I'm going to show you the niches and topics you need to be researching. I'm even going to show you a lot of coins. And the cool thing about crypto right now, the thing you need to understand is a lot of the coins that are going to move the most haven't even started moving yet. In fact, some of them aren't even on the market yet. And I'm going to help you find those. So with that being said, jacket is hot. So I'm going to drop on a hoodie and get cozy, which you should too. This is going to be a long video because this is going to be the game plan. This is where the bull market, this is where the crypto gains really start if we continue bulling.
All right, so he's going to cover in this video some different projects out there that have launched, that haven't moved yet, and some projects out there like I've covered in my videos recently that haven't launched yet. Ready Games is coming out and a bunch of other ones. So you can watch this video. It's pretty long. It's like 41 minutes long, but there's a lot of useful information in there, regardless of his character and stuff in there. He knows what's going on in the market, so I always like to see what he's got to say about different things out there, especially in the gaming space. And gaming is going to be absolutely hot in this bull run. And like Alex Becker was saying, you know, he thinks we're just getting started in this bull run that is just beginning, and things are going to get absolutely crazy from here. Now, you guys got to keep in mind that we could still get a correction, even though things could get really crazy, you know, even after that. So a correction, it would just give people a better entry if that happens. But he thinks that we're just getting started in this bull run based off of the data that he's seen, and that things are going to get really crazy now. I tend to agree with him that we're not at the top of this cycle at all, just because a lot of those coins out there that usually take off in the bull run haven't even started to run yet. A lot of them have just made a little bit of a move in the market. They haven't broken new all-time highs or anything crazy like that. Bitcoin has not made a new all-time high. Ethereum has not made a new all-time high, and that has never happened in a cycle before. So I don't think we're near the top yet. I think we got a long ways to go, but that's just my personal opinion, guys. Nothing on this channel is financial advice, because none of us have a crystal ball. The next video I got here is by Kyle Chasse, and this video he talks about different things in here and what he's looking at in the charts and different pieces of information out there, and why he thinks also that we're just getting started in this market and that things are really going to get heated up and crazy from here. So I'll play a little bit of a quick clip of this one, and then you guys can watch this if you want to. I'll leave the link in the description.
One of the best investors of all time. I read his book recently called The Changing of a World Order. And he's done so much, like one of the most researched kind of financial analysts, right? And as you can see from this chart here, it says US equity markets bubble gauge. And you can kind of see like the 1920s here when it was a bubble up here, and then boom, the Great Depression. And then you can see in 1990s, there was another Great Depression over here, boom, bubble. But we're right here right now. And he says, today, not particularly bubbly day. This is from, I forget who, what is his name? Raoul Pal, I think. All that matters, ETF flows will amplify it. We early. I don't know if this is Raoul Pal, is it? No, this is someone else. But I think that he got this from him. So this shows the global liquidity index. And what we're seeing is that there's just not a lot of liquidity right now in the market.
So what he's saying is, based off of the liquidity cycles, we're nowhere near the top. We're just getting started here. As you can see in his chart here, we're about, like a fourth of the way up of the typical liquidity cycle. So we're just getting started. And if that is the case, things are going to get absolutely crazy right now. I'm seeing some serious gains in my portfolio right now. And if this is just the start of it, I can't even imagine what this is going to do to our portfolios later on in this bull run if things continue this way. So really excited to see. Hopefully things stay bullish, and hopefully we tear off into this bull run like we think is coming. And it's going to get really interesting here if that is the case. I'm going to play a quick clip from In the Game here. This is sponsored by Crypto Banter. This guy here covers different gaming projects out there, and gaming is going to be one of the biggest narratives of this bull run. So in my opinion, you have to have gaming plays in your portfolio if you want to really make some serious gains in this bull run, along with artificial intelligence, AI, and probably some deep in projects. They're going to be probably the top three possibly in this bull run as far as narratives. So definitely want to have some of those in this bull run in your portfolio. But I'm going to play a quick clip of this video here, and the first coin he mentioned on this video is very interesting once he gets into the specific coins that he wants to talk about here. This first project that he talks about, I've been talking about this on my channel for months, and these big YouTubers are just now starting to talk about this thing. So if you want to get in on this project, I know this may be a good one to have in your portfolio, as it's still a low market cap. But now that this guy's talking about it, and some of the biggest gaming YouTube channels out there, these gaming coins that haven't taken off yet could really start taking off. So I told people this is one that I have in my portfolio, and I'm bullish on it, and it's been climbing up here. And I think that's because these big YouTubers are now starting to talk about it. You want to get in these projects before the big YouTubers start talking about them. And that's what I always talk about on my channel is, once these big YouTubers start talking about them, it's pretty much a lot of times too late.
Some of the tokens that are doing well over the 24 hours. Mora is a pretty undervalued gaming studio. I do like. GameSwift is up 15%. Nice to see them bouncing. They were lingering at about the same price for quite a while, so this is nice to see. Nakamoto Games is taking another leg up here, which is awesome. They were consolidating after a huge run for quite a while, and this one's been doing very well. Shout out to our sponsor, GameStarter, up 13% on the 24 hours. We have GFAL moves, and GFAL was also kind of stuck in its price range for a little bit. So a lot of these coins, Superverse, Mixmob, Decimated. Now, this is interesting. I got some alpha from the Decimated guys. They have a lot in the pipeline right now going on, and underneath Solana, there's really only a handful of games that I'm interested in investing in right now. Honeyland, Photo Finish, which is Crown, Decimated is one of them, and potentially like Polis, maybe a couple other gaming products, but
And so he's going to cover a bunch of different gaming projects in this video. If you guys want to watch it, he goes through a lot of them, and he'll go into more detail about some of these out there. But another one out there, if you guys are looking for a Solana project, personally, in my opinion, would be Illumia, because nobody's talking about it yet. Some of these other YouTubers, if they start talking about that one, it's going to absolutely take off. So you might want to take a look into that. The ticker for that coin is ELU, Illumia. I think it's Illumia crowns or something like that. So it's ELU. That's on the Solana ecosystem, and that game is backed by Animoca Brands, which is one of the biggest one of the biggest backers in crypto. So if that one starts getting mentioned by some of these bigger YouTubers, that one could absolutely take off. So it might be one that you want to take a look at for gaming play in your portfolio. The next video I got here is by House of Crypto. Peter's got some good information in here. He's also going to go into why he thinks we're extremely early in this bull run and why he thinks that we're just getting started here and we could go parabolic and break new all-time highs soon. So I'll play a quick clip from this one.
We go all the way back to the 1st of December 2020, and that's why I've drawn this big green arrow on the chart, because now it shows me very easily where it is. And we can see that during this little bit of sideways action was when suddenly the big institutions started to dive in on DeFi Llama, which means that approximately, while it might feel like we're kind of already up here, actually in the grand scheme of things, we've just kind of emerged out of this kind of consolidation area and a little bit of a pickup. You can see that this kind of like downswing, see if I can zoom in a little bit. I was talking about this the other day on the video. You see this little downswing, bear trap. Then you roll into kind of the kind of like sort of consolidation. It rolls up. This is what this basically was, in my opinion, was a little bear trap. Now we're kind of on the run. We're on the run up through here. And that is very important for us because look at what happens above. For Bitcoin previously, it did something like a 238% move from about the end of November to mid-February, which is like 2.5 months. No, it's not. It's like 3 months. So potentially in the next 3 months, could be putting in new all-time highs, could even be touching around 100K, which I don't think is unreasonable. And if I show you this incredibly blurry image, it should all make perfect sense to you why I'm so kind of pumped about looking at where Bitcoin is with regards to institutions versus money coming from people like you and me. Well, this, as you can see on the left, in the blurry grey bits, says smart money, okay, which hopefully we are. Although sometimes I see comments on my videos that are less than smart. But the next part, we then see institutional investors, and then you see this kind of bear trap dip. What was I talking about the other day? This potentially was our bear trap dip, okay, before that move. We then suddenly see at the end of the bear trap dip.
So I'm not going to play all that, but he's got some good information in his videos. Make sure you check out Peter from House of Crypto, guys. He's got some great videos out there, but he gets into the details and a bunch of different reasons why he thinks we're just getting started in this bull run. The next video I'm going to play here is by Kyron from No BS Crypto. He's going to give a different opinion on the market and tell you why this bull run could end early, possibly. Now, it doesn't mean we're close to an end, but it could possibly end earlier than it typically would. So you might want to take a look at this and why that, why that he thinks we could be ending early here in this bull run. So I'll play a quick clip from this one as well.
Bitcoin, the whole damn market is going to pump a lot harder than what you might expect. But the issue is it might end a lot sooner than you might think as well. You see, what I thought would be a very simple video, me touching on the fact that Bitcoin spiked up to $64,000 and why altcoins might soon follow, I never expected that I would fall into a massive rabbit hole with the content I'm going to share with you in just a few moments here. That took me on a complete left turn to what I'm expecting out of the crypto market. Now, the question possibly popping up in your head right now is, do I need to be fearful and is this urgent? Well, actually, for both of those questions, I'm going to say yes. It is urgent because this is something that will happen a lot sooner rather than later. So there is that short time horizon. And I actually genuinely do believe you need to be a little bit fearful, as am I. As I mentioned, this led me down a massive rabbit hole. I'm not trying to scare you here. I gain nothing from you being scared. I'm just simply trying to give the urgency in this introduction as to why you need to pay attention, okay? And so just absorb it, think about it for a second after you watch the whole video, and leave a thoughtful comment down below to weigh in on what you believe after you see some of this.
So it's always good to get different viewpoints of what's going on in the market. You don't want to just be bullish. You want to know what the other side of the scenario could possibly be. You never want to put all your cards in on one scenario, because if you do and you're wrong, it could really hurt you. So I recommend you watch this video. It's going to give you some useful information. Check out Kyron from No BS Crypto, guys. So I think we're just starting in this bull run, but like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. I can't predict what the market's going to do. I don't have a crystal ball, so nothing on my channel is financial advice. So keep that in mind, guys. But I encourage you to watch other videos out there from different YouTubers, and in general, do your research on the markets and the different cycles of Bitcoin and how the halving can affect it. and what typically happens, you know, in the past doesn't necessarily predict what will happen in the future, but you definitely want to get well-rounded information to base your decisions on. But hopefully we're just getting started in this bull run, and that we take off and make some new all-time highs here coming up towards later in this year, and just see how things go here. If the bull run ends earlier than it typically does, you know, that doesn't mean that it's going to end this year. It could end early 2025, or it could keep going until the end of 2025. We don't know what's exactly going to happen here. All of it is just speculation at this point. So best you can do is go off from what's happened in the past. That's all you can really do. I encourage you to watch these videos, guys. I'll leave the links to them in the description below. I'd appreciate it if you subscribe. If you're not subscribed to my channel, make sure you hit that like button. It really helps with the YouTube algorithm, and I'll see you on the next video.
Tell me what you